Buddha teaches how to make yourself beautiful. A beautiful face is a kind of blessing. No matter what blessing it is, it has its origin. Just like wealth comes from charity, nobility comes from humility. A beautiful face comes from gentleness and kindness. By middle age, appearance has stabilized. It is also a manifestation of a person's character. Many gentle people have kind faces. Gentle and kind people have beautiful faces. Rude people often have fierce faces. Many middle-aged and elderly women have bad personalities. Their faces are often cruel. They are also ill-fated, and they kill their husbands. In fact, appearance is not fixed from birth, but it is the result of a long process of cultivating the mind and actions. Therefore, appearance will reveal a person's future destiny. Physiognomy is a kind of accumulated experience. Appearance depends on the heart. From the face we know the heart. From the heart we know the fate. So where is the origin of the face of teenagers and young adults? The characteristics of appearance are related to the parents' genetics, such as skin color and hair color. But the face and body shape are related to the innate. The degree of beauty is based on the previous life. The first half of a person's life is influenced by the previous life. The second half is up to oneself. That is to say, after reaching middle age, one must take responsibility for one's own actions. Compassion is also an important factor. People with good intentions often radiate a kind of aura from the inside out, making people more and more pleasing to the eye and more like to interact with them. But selfish, cunning, calculating people will definitely be unsightly, even ugly. Even if one is lucky enough to have a beautiful face, there will gradually appear some places on the face that make people dislike them. People often say that a face has no charm, only a slight liking at first sight, but after more interaction, it will no longer be pleasing. Please believe that appearance can be changed step by step. Especially a beautiful face will radiate an attractive force from the inside out, making people who see it unconsciously feel admiration. Many times, whether it is beautiful or not, it is from the heart. Lover's eyes reveal she is this principle. That is, the more you look at the person you love, the more beautiful you find them. Therefore, if you want to have a beautiful appearance, you need a beautiful heart first. 1. People who are willing to suffer losses will receive more. In life, there are many people who are afraid of suffering losses, always wanting to gain more, but in reality, those who are willing to suffer losses often receive more. When a person is willing to suffer losses, not calculating too much with others, their relationships will become better. People around them will feel their tolerance, humility, and kindness, thereby creating sincere and lasting relationships. Good relationships are the foundation for creating many opportunities in life. These opportunities do not come naturally, but are the result of accumulating merit, compassion, and an attitude of accepting loss for the sake of others. When the conditions are ripe, opportunities will naturally appear, sometimes just by seizing one or two opportunities at the right time, you can completely change your life. People who suffer losses in the eyes of others are not weak, but wise people who know how to give in and understand that sometimes humility brings more than what they expect. The more people know how to give in and not compete, the more they will attract help from others, opening up many new doors in work, love, and life. Therefore, we should not be afraid of suffering losses, because through that, we not only receive respect and love from those around us, but also reap many development opportunities that we may have never thought of before. Believe that tolerance and kindness always bring worthy rewards to those who are willing to accept disadvantages for the greater benefit in the future. 2. Those who like to take more often end up not getting much, or even losing more than they gain. In life, there are people who always want to take advantage of things, from money to small benefits. They think that this will help them gain more, but in reality, picking up a blade of grass, losing a forest of trees. People who often find excuses to avoid responsibility or refuse to pay their share are those who find it difficult to achieve great success. Selfishness and petty calculations make them lose the trust of others, gradually drying up valuable relationships. The more people try to take advantage of small things, the more likely they are to miss out on great and valuable opportunities in life. On the contrary, those who know how to share, be generous and give will receive more, not only in relationships but also in long-term success. Instead of calculating small things, learn to be generous to receive bigger things. Third person who has a petty look and a narrow mind. Every time they meet and gather with friends, they only need to say a few words and they will revolve around their personal and family matters without caring about others. They are like snails living in a shell of selfishness, only thinking about themselves. Everything outside of their private life is ignored by them. Their minds only revolve around their family's problems, and common matters or the worries of others seem to have no place in their thoughts. Because of this petty and selfish way of thinking, it is often difficult for them to have sincere and long-term relationships with those around them. They live a closed life, not wanting or unable to listen or share with others. This gradually makes them distant and lacking in connection in social relationships. Not only do they annoy their friends or colleagues, they also push themselves into isolation, losing the opportunity to be loved and connected with people around them. The selfishness and narrow-mindedness in their hearts make them sink deeper and deeper into loneliness, gradually losing the ability to build positive, sustainable relationships. They live in their own world, revolving only around personal problems, making their lives closed and lacking in sharing and understanding. 4. Only by regretting fate can we continue our fate, that is, knowing how to cherish fate to continue to cultivate relationships. On the path of life, the people we meet are not by chance but are all due to fate. More than half of our relatives are good friends from previous lives, and today's good friends may have been relatives in the past. The people who cause us sadness are often those we have hurt in the past. So, be kind to your loved ones, care for those around you, and be tolerant of those who have hurt you. Every relationship is a cause and effect, so you need to know how to love and forgive to maintain good karma. What you sow in the present will be the cause and effect for the future, so cherish and behave kindly to reap good results in future lives. 5. A pure and steadfast soul is called wealth, which means a person has a pure and steadfast soul, not affected by negative things or negative emotions. True wealth lies not only in material things, but also in peace and stability in the soul. A person with a pure and steadfast soul is always satisfied, knows how to appreciate what he has, is not shaken by temptations or excessive worries. The ability to tolerate others is called precious, because only those who have a big heart, know how to forgive and overlook the mistakes of others, are truly precious. Tolerance is not weakness, but a manifestation of inner strength. Tolerant people understand that life is a connection between people, and no one is perfect. They know how to put themselves in the position of others, sympathize, and understand, thereby building sincere and sustainable relationships. Being happy is not just a personality trait, but a capacity. This capacity is expressed in the ability to self-regulate emotions, knowing how to face difficulties and challenges while still maintaining optimism and positivity. A person who is always happy knows how to find joy in the simplest things, not letting difficulties and failures destroy the peace of mind. It is a capacity that needs to be trained and developed, helping people live more peacefully and happily in this turbulent life. 6. The best way to deal with sadness is to forget it. In life, everyone will face worries and difficulties, but if you keep being immersed in negative thoughts, this will only increase pressure and affect your health. Instead, learn to let go of things that cannot be changed, focus on current joys and happiness. Forgetting worries is not an escape, but choosing to live more positively, allowing the mind to be light and comfortable. This way, you will feel life more comfortable and peaceful. 7. Smiling and watching the wind and clouds fade, sitting and watching the clouds drift, contains the philosophy of serenity in life. Not competing is compassion, because when we do not compete, we live altruistically and bring peace to ourselves and others. Not arguing is wisdom, because wise people do not need to justify, they choose silence and action. Not listening is purity. When we know how to ignore gossip, our mind will be at peace. Not looking is freedom, because when we are not controlled by unworthy things, we will be free. Forgiveness is liberation, because forgiveness helps us let go of resentment and live happily. Knowing enough is letting go, because when we are satisfied with what we have, we are truly light and peaceful. This philosophy teaches us to let go, be pure, and keep freedom in our souls. 8. A calm mind is when you can maintain peace, not letting emotions control you in the face of difficulties. Not suffering because of love is knowing how to love properly. Not letting unhealthy relationships hurt you. Not being afraid of the future is daring to face the unknown, believing in the ability to overcome all challenges. Not holding on to the past is knowing how to let go of what has passed, not letting it hinder your present life. When your mind is calm, you will live peacefully, not suffering because of love, not fearing the future, and not being held back by the past. 9. In this life, no matter how many things you own or what you accumulate, in the end, you will not be able to take anything with you when you leave this world. All the material things, wealth, fame, or power that we pursue in life are just ephemeral and temporary. So, instead of chasing after things that cannot be kept forever, focus on living in the present, enjoying every moment of this life. Smile at the present, live fully with what you have, and learn to accept what happens with a peaceful mind. Being enlightened right now means realizing the preciousness of the present, no longer being dragged by the past or worrying about the future. Live mindfully in every moment. Cherish the joys and simple things in daily life. This is the way for you to truly live happily, without regrets. Remember, only the present is truly important, so live, laugh, and realize the value of the present right now. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the sharing in today's video. If you have any opinions, don't hesitate to leave a comment below so we can discuss. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the next helpful videos. Wishing you a happy and fulfilling married life. See you in the next video. Goodbye.